Hello beautiful people, my name is Bridget and welcome back. So today's video I'm very excited about. Today we're doing a monthly favorites and fails for January 2020. A month of this year has already gone by and I'm still not used to saying 2020. But yeah, today we're doing a favorites and fails. We're not going to do it in any particular order. I have a lot of products to talk about today and I'm starting to lose my voice. So we're going to try to run through this quickly, but I feel like it might be a little bit of a long video. I don't know. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, as always, all makeup on this channel is cruelty free, so the products to talk about in today's video, and if you're not subscribed, I would love if you did that. I'd appreciate it greatly. So, let's get into the first thing. First things first, let's talk about the products that I got in my Colourpop haul that I'm very excited about. So firstly, the Glisten Up Spray. It says like this vitamin C smell. It smells so good. It's a beautiful spray. It just feels refreshing and great. You can wear this on top of makeup with no makeup on. It's a great freaking mist. I love it a lot. Nextly, I got two of the big Soul Body highlighters. I mean, this one says Colourpop, this one says Soul Body. So firstly, the Soul Body Platinum, which is good for your body or your face. This is absolutely beautiful, but I find it more of a highlight topper. I'm getting like glitter and a little bit of like a golden sheen from it, but it's not like a good base pigment to it. I've probably talked about this in a video. It's probably going up before this one. But it's beautiful, but it needs more of a base pigment to it. It's a little bit hard, but it's still lovely, so I'm going to use it a lot. I think it'd be great for body, but it wouldn't give you like a liquid body effect, you know? The other one is this from it's a blush collection, I think it's called. This one is called Your Catch. It's a Super Shock highlighter. It's so wet and creamy and dreamy. Like, I'm wearing this as my, like, I guess is my liquid highlight. It's not a liquid, but I patted this on my finger and then put a little bit of the Soul Body one over it. And it is so beautiful. Like, it's wet like a Super Shock shadow. It is absolutely amazing. It's so good. Like, I don't use like a creamy highlighter too often. You can put this over powder. It didn't mess up my foundation. I did it yesterday for my highlighter. I've tapped it on top of powder. Worked just fine. It'd make a beautiful like wet eyeshadow look. Or on no makeup day, it would be so pretty. Like, it's just lovely. I love it. No complaints, except it's a little bit hard to open. Next up from the Colourpop haul, Rit Super Shock Shadow. So typically on my eyes, I just do a single palette, so I don't have to list a whole bunch of descriptions in my description box of what I'm wearing. But this Rit Super Shock Shadow is perfect for when I'm not filming and I just want to brush something over the lid. I'll just throw on the Rit Super Shock Shadow on the lid. It's so pretty. It just has like a little bit of a hint of something to it, like a little bit of a bronze. But it has like a beautiful wet glitter, like dewy eyelid effect. It's lovely. And I typically don't reach for like Super Shock shadows. That's why I decluttered so many in my decluttering video like last week. But I'm starting to use them more on days that I'm not filming because I don't have to worry about listing a bunch of stuff. I'm just reaching for like a Super Shock shadow and that's it. Lastly, for my Colourpop haul, but I do have two other Colourpop things to talk about, the Going Coconuts palette. I love this. I wore it the other day. Again, these are hard to open too. Something about these like plastic things from Colourpop hard to open. It's so beautiful. Did I need this? No. Am I going to keep using it? Yes. And there's no pressed glitters in here. Hallelujah. So, it's just so pretty. They swatch beautifully, perform great. No complaints. I wish it smelled like coconut. That's the only thing I wish. I just wish it smelled like coconut, but it doesn't have a scent. I have two other Colourpop palettes to talk about. So the Smoke Show palette, I got this last month. It's now called Blowing Smoke. Apparently Colored Rain had the copyrights to the Smoke Show name for a palette. So it's Blowing Smoke now. But I finally used this because I got in a Bijou Beauty box like 2 months ago and I never used it. I like this a lot. I think I made some really, really pretty looks with it, especially for like a haul video that you guys haven't seen yet. I love the looks of this, but I feel like it doesn't stay black. It doesn't stay very dark, so it does start to fade after a while, which is typical for black shadows, but you can make some really good looks with it. So if you're into this color scheme, it's very pretty, and it looks like there's a filter over it, which is like my favorite thing. Like, oh look, I'm normal colored and everything. It looks like this is a filter on it. Love that about this. And the last Colourpop product is the Meant to Be palette. I did a dedicated review of this palette, and I really like it. Some people don't think it's minty enough, but without putting the mint shade in there, I feel like this is like a really good idea. So I love it. I feel like everyone else is reaching for this mint tea shade, which I love. But for me personally, I'm really liking the silvery shade in here, the Play It Cool shade. So it's a beautiful palette. I thought it performed really nicely. You do need like a lighter base to start off with for some of these pastels, but I feel like that's just common sense. I hate to say common sense. It sounds rude, but I like it a lot. I feel like all these have been favorites so far. The Soul Body one I had some complaints about, but it's been favorites so far. So let's talk about another palette. I only have one more palette to talk about. Gemini by Lush Cosmetics. Oh my god, one of you guys gifted this to me and I can't get over it. If you think you need this palette, you need this palette. It's stupid expensive though. Like, it's stupid expensive. But every time I walk by in Sephora, still, even though I own it, I'm just like, oh, I love you. You're a beauty. I don't think I need to say anything else about it. They're more pigmented than you think. And, I couldn't be more grateful for this. I don't even know what to say. Because I feel like we're just going to ramble. It's just beautiful. It's perfect. I don't need to ramble like that. Alright, let's talk about a fail. And I meant to talk about this for the past 2 months. But I keep forgetting it because it's in my bathroom. So I wanted to use this for 30 days to see if, like, is it worth, like, the $100 price tag BoxyCharm claim when they put this in the BoxyCharm. It is the Kypris Antioxidant Dew Quench and Glow Serum. There's a piece of my hair in here. I apologize. But can you see it? Can you see how gunky and gooky it is? It's disgusting. And it's not like my usage, me being messy. It just gets, like, it's something about this pump up top. It gets really gross in there, and it starts, like, you could use it right and you close it and, like, it just squeezes out extra product in here. Something about this pump is really gross, and I spoke to someone else who had this as well and they said it did the same thing. Nasty. Nasty. Do not like it at all. And even for my skin, like, I was trying to use it to, like, see if it made any effect. It's a little bit of a moisturizer, but it's very liquidy moisturizer, so it didn't really do anything for me. It didn't give me a glow. I didn't feel like it was a really good skincare serum. I'm very disappointed with this product. Next up, another fail for me. I know it looks gross. I used it. I'm sorry. So it's a flat end, a wide end, and the top end, and the rest of it's round. It is the Cream Shop sponge. I got this at Marshall's for $4 because I need a new sponge, and I could not find Real Technique sponges in any in any TJ Maxx's, Ross's, or Marshall's. I don't know why. I can't find them. I cannot find a Real Technique sponge to save my life there lately, and usually you can find a 4-pack there all the time. So I bought this. It's too dense, first of all, and I feel like it just did not want to blend. Like, I know denser sponges you take a little more time to blend with, but it was hard to find out how to blend this, and I didn't know which end to put the foundation on. I put on this big flat end thing I could buff it in, but I had no control of where it was going because it would either hit this flat end or it would go on the edges. So I did not like this whatsoever, and it's a little too dense for my preference, so it's probably just going to go in the trash, unfortunately. Oh, actually, I'll throw it in my empties container. We'll deal with that later. A favorite that I used today, actually, you could see a little bit of dewiness all over my skin and non-highlight places, like my chin and stuff, my forehead. The BB Cream Plus, the BB Plus Illumination Facial Cream. It's not a BB cream. It's like a liquid illuminator from Gerard Cosmetics. This is the shade Grace, which is our lightest shade. It is like a little pumpy thing. I do find I have to, like, because it came, like, not completely full, which is fine, but I wish it came in, like, a little bit of a smaller container. I have to, like, fold it and fight it a little bit to, like, get it to pump out onto, like, a brush for me to put all over my face. But I do find this really, really beautiful, and it does shine through underneath from foundations and stuff, so I have a nice foundation over top of this, and you can still see the illumination coming through. I think it's really pretty, and they come in a good amount of shades for this, so I really like this, but the packaging is not my favorite thing in the world. Next up, a fail that I don't even have because I exchanged it for something else, the Bite Beauty Foundation. I did a dedicated review of this. It wore beautifully throughout the day. Like, honestly, the wear time test, it looked really good at the end of the day. For being a light coverage foundation, I thought it was nice. However, it broke my skin out really bad. A lot of you guys were like, that was already under the skin before the foundation. And, like, sure, you can think that if you want to, but I used it a second time off camera just for personal use, and it broke me out more. So, it did not agree with my skin whatsoever. I heard amazing things about this from so many big beauty gurus, including Samantha Ravendell, and maybe they really like the product. But as someone who has sensitive skin, but not as sensitive as some of these other people seem to have, I don't know how I didn't break them out. And there's added fragrance in there, apparently. So apparently that could have been a factor in my breakouts. But there's just things in that product that I didn't think about until I saw a video about what's inside the product and what's the ingredients and stuff and what clean beauty is. Like, technically, like, terms. So it broke me out. I didn't agree with my skin. So there's that. The foundation I exchanged it for and was an absolute favorite for me, I did a full review on it, is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation in the shade 1 Neutral. I got a lot of comments in that video saying Charlotte Tilbury is not cruelty free anymore, But when I filmed that video, none of that news had broke, and honestly, I'm not jumping to conclusions with Charlotte Tilbury. This is not a Wet n Wild situation where they were lying, saying, no, we're not in stores when they physically put up displays in stores. This is a thing where they didn't even know they were in China stores mainland, so they have the chance to like pull it and say, no, we're not doing this. Charlotte Tilbury has been very vocal on wanting to be a cruelty-free brand or remain a cruelty-free brand, so I'm not going to judge the judgment on this when they didn't even know it was there. Like, they don't distribute their own products. They have distributors for these products, so I'm not jumping to judgment. I'll give them some time to fix it. If they don't fix it, obviously I wouldn't support them anymore, but this foundation's beautiful. Like, watch the full review. It's beautiful. I wore it yesterday and I was like, oh my god, I'm having such a great makeup day. It's really good. The last foundation, I couldn't even wear this. So it's the Flower Beauty Pore Perfect Instant Blur Stick and Multitasking Foundation. The blur stick feels okay. I just wiped it on my hand a little bit. It felt okay. But it felt just like a erasery silicone-y thing. The foundation I couldn't even wear because this is their lightest shade, Ivory. This is not Ivory, you guys. This is not the shade Ivory. I feel like when the Flower Beauty liquid foundation everyone loves came out too, the shade range on that was horrible. The shade range on this is horrible. It was on clearance at Walmart along with most of the Flower Beauty line and Physicians Formula line. I don't know if they're changing things out or whatever. But the shade range on this is so bad. Like, this is their lightest one. It's just so dark for me. It's not... I couldn't even wear it. So, unfortunately, this was a fail for me as well. We talked about foundations. Let's talk about concealers. So, I did a full review of this as well. We did some reviews this month. I really like doing reviews. This is the Tarte Shape Tape Glow Wand. So, I thought this was an independent product when I first, like, heard about it and stuff and did my first impressions, like, unfiltered opinions on it. It's not. It is conjunction with the Tarte Shape Tape. It's fantastic. I really love this product. I do not like the little spongy thing in here, but it's great. I do feel like this lightest shade Sunbeam is not a great highlight color, but because it is light coverage, you mix it in with your high coverage concealer, I feel like it's perfect, and there's a bunch of different shades of this. A lot of them look very warm, but even the darkest one is very dark, so I feel like these are great. I do kind of wish they'd come out with like an illuminating version of the Shape Tape itself. That'd be pretty cool, so you don't have to buy 2 separate products. But yeah, for the glow one, it's still pretty good. Next up is the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Therapy. I think this is before the rebrand. I don't know if this is still a thing, but I got in a subscription box, and it comes with a little tiny spatula, and then it just has the stuff in here. And I must say, it's like a very nice Vaseline lip mask. It's kind of Vaseline, but it has a great smell to it. It's not super sticky, but I definitely wouldn't eat or drink or anything. It's for nighttime. It's a nighttime face mask, lip mask, not for your face. But I would be scared to sleep on my side with it. Like, I'll put this on in the morning when I'm just like answering emails, editing and stuff, maybe watch some Cold Case Files. But I wouldn't sleep with this on because it's a little sticky. But if you like sit on your back or whatever, you'd probably be fine sleeping with it on. It feels great. It's very moisturizing. Alright, next up we have some skincare. Let's do some skincare. So this is the Good Molecules Niacinamide Brightening Toner. It's the brightening toner from Good Molecules, which is sold on Beautylish. So this is it. They sent me a couple things. This is my favorite one. It's a great toner. I do feel like when I'm using like a little cotton round or whatever, Azrael, stop chewing on that. This, you have to like shake it out a little bit on your cotton round. It doesn't come out like a squirt bottle or whatever would. It does take a couple shakes to actually get like an amount of product out that you want. But it's a great toner. It doesn't leave my skin feeling really dry or stripped or anything. And I feel like it's a nice chemical exfoliant if you need one. It's a toner. And it's more affordable too. Like, it's a pretty affordable brand. So Good Molecules has a lot of different options for skincare. And I feel like for the price, like, they're pretty good products so far. At least out of the ones I've tried. So this next thing is from Scandin Sky. It is the Australia Botanical Australian Emu Apple. Emu apple? Like emu like the animal? Or is it emu apple like it's a fruit? I'm assuming it's a fruit, but I feel like the word emu is just like emu, you know? So the Scandin Sky Dewy Dreamy Glow Drops. I use this as like a before primer thing. Like, instead of a moisturizer, I'll use this. And I feel like the dewdrops do like a little bit of oiliness on the skin, but they do get really oily, so maybe I wouldn't put them down all the time. If I'm gonna like wear it for a really long time, make makeup for a long time, I wouldn't use this first. but this is great in the night, or if you're just wearing makeup for like a couple hours, it's great. So I love these because they smell nice, like they smell very nice. The dropper's kind of fun. Mine's a little bit crooked, I don't know why, but you can definitely control exactly how much product comes out. I can't describe the smell other than it's like very light, kind of romantic actually. I don't know why I think it smells romantic, and I don't know why. It's like a nice apple, refreshing, maybe a picnic. I don't know. It smells great. These feel great on the skin. I would say they give you like a nice glowiness because it is like a glowy drop, but I prefer to use it as skincare or if I'm wearing makeup for a very minimal amount of time. I feel like it's great underneath. Next up is a Fail primer for me, and this is the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Power Primer. They came with a bunch of primers and they're very nice. This is the Supercharged Essence one though. You can't get the products out. The stoppery thing, you can sit here all day try to suction up more product. Close it if you need to, like get more product up in there. Even when you get some in here, it doesn't come out. It's very irritating. But the primer itself, like it feels nice and smooth and stuff, but the pump is terrible. Like it's terrible. I don't know if I got a bad one. I get bad luck on products sometimes, but the primer itself, when you get it off, feels great. And the rest of the primers in that collection are wonderful too. But this is just really hard to get working properly. Lastly, for skincare, we have the Kalamazoo Beard and Facial Wash from Lush. I bit the bullet. I went in the Lush store. Like 3 or 4 people asked me if I needed help or anything. I faced my fears in the Lush store and I went in there and I bought a couple things. So I bought like it's like a shower fizzer. Like it's not for a bath, it's for shower thing. It's like called Sleepy. I got it for Adam. He hasn't tried it yet, but we've both been using the Kalamazoo Beard and Facial Wash because he said he likes it, and it says it's not just for people with beards. So I was like, alright, cool. Thanks, Fisher, for making this for me. But it's just a nice, we're using very minimal amounts of it so far. I don't even tell. We're kind of dipping into this corner right here, but it's nice. It doesn't leave my skin feeling dry or anything. I feel like it's still pretty expensive, but I'm going to test it out some more. So far, I like it. I do feel like it's a little expensive. However, if we both use it and it's good for his beard, which it seems to be so far, like his skin on his beard's pretty dry. It hasn't been as dry since he was using this facial wash. So I think it's worth it so far. I do like it for myself. It doesn't dry my skin out. I have been using the First Aid Beauty facial thing. We only have a little bit left. I've been trying to use it up, but lately I've been using this and I feel like it's quite nice, but it's not revolutionary, you know? Alright, we have one more non-makeup-y thing, so let's go ahead and get into that. And it's my nail polish! Okay, so I'm really excited about it. So these are the RX polishes. This one is Orion's belt because I have a kitty cat named Orion. You can't even see on camera, but it has like this really pretty glitteriness to it, but it's like a super subtle glitter in there. I don't know. I'm not good at painting my nails, so they're not like perfectly painted or anything, but these are so good. I have an issue with nail polish because either it's really streaky and I take a ton of coats to put it on, or when I get in the shower it dyes the nail polish. So far this still looks like the same color I put it on. I'm going to try some other colors and see if my showering stains my nail polish. So far this one still looks the same. I do put a clear coat over it to protect it too, but no matter what nail polish I use, my hair color in the shower when I'm washing my hair stains my nail polish. So far this one looks the same. We'll test a little bit more, but they're so pigmented, they're so smooth, they dry so fast. That's my favorite thing. Like I did 2 coats and that's what's it on these nails and they look perfectly, like you can't see through them at all. It looks great. And they dried super fast. So the other shades I got were Boss Lady, which is like a matte gray. I got Pitch Black, which is a matte black. And then I got It's a Mutt, which is like a red with like a bunch of duochromy glitters inside. So obviously I got dark colors. I love dark nail polish, especially since my shower does affect my nail polish. And I'm in nail polish color. I have to stick to dark colors. But I want more of these, like so bad, because they're really pretty. And I don't see myself reaching for any other nail polish anytime soon. Alright, back to makeup-y things now. The Do Me powder from Too Faced. I know people have a lot of feelings about Too Faced these days. I got this from TJ Maxx a couple weeks ago. It is the Translucent Radiant Pearl. Oh, I guess there's a stopper in here. I can turn it upside down. It's Radiant Pearl. I found this at TJ Maxx. It was like 10 bucks, I think. And it smells. It has a weird smell. So let me smell it. It's supposed to smell like watermelons, I think. It smells like watermelons. I'm not too crazy about a fragrance powder. Or this little stopper in here. I might just break this off. But this is a really, really pretty, really radiant powder. So I'm not wearing it on its own. I packed it on with a sponge just on its own under my under eyes. It came off extremely pink, which is perfectly fine for me. But it was just a lot, and it was very sparkly, powdery pink underneath my eyes when I set it. So, okay, so I mixed it in with my milk powder, which has a blur effect to it, and it was one more yellowy side, and it makes the perfect, like, glowy but matte. I mean, which makes no sense, but it's the perfect combination of setting powders. So what I'll do is I'll just open this up, open this cap and pour it into the cap of the milk makeup where I already have some powder in there, and mix it together. Like, I used this as my setting powder today, and it looks great. It's not too yellow because it gives me like a little bit of the pinkness from this powder, and I feel like it's really pretty. And at least I get a little bit of dewiness too, because the milk one is kind of a blur, but it's still matte. And this one has like some little bit of like to it, so it's a great combination, but I wouldn't use it on its own. Alright, next up I have some lashes. I got a subscription box a while ago, but I never broke them out. I've really been struggling with lashes lately. I don't have any styles. I have like Deep Dish by Glamlight and a couple other styles over once in a while, but I'm not in love with any of my lashes lately, so please give me some like not natural lashes, because I don't wear natural lashes. Like, this is the most natural you're gonna get from me. Like, some nice, beautiful, full, fluffy lashes that you guys love. Give me some brands. I would love to hear some nice lash brands down below that you love, because I need some new lashes that I absolutely like. I'm head over heels for, because right now if I want to wear my favorite lashes, I just wear Deep Dish, and I want like styles that I'm passionate about. But I really like these. I tried these on the other day, and they're very nice. These are the Venusgale Cosmetics lashes. It doesn't have a style on it, but they're like the Halloween-y ones we got in like a Halloween subscription box. But these are very nice. They're very nice. I wasn't like head over heels in love with them, but they're cute and they're nice. They're not super natural. Oh, maybe they're supernatural because it's Halloween. I don't know. Next, we have a little glitter that I have like mixed feelings about. So I have it under here, under my lower lash line, where I always put glitter. But this just doesn't pick up, like, it's really pretty, right? But it just doesn't pick up enough. It's a very fine brush, so it doesn't pick up enough glitter for me. It doesn't say, it says like liquid glitter eyeliner, but it's not super precise pen where you're thinking it's for very editorial looks, but it doesn't pick up enough for me. I don't know. It's not enough glitter for me. I guess I just wanted to be like more, less liquid that it's floating in, more glitter. Alright, lastly, to end this video, we have 3 liquid lipsticks. So the first one is, well, there's 2 of these, but this is my favorite one. So this is Collision by Kaleidos Makeup. I almost blanked out on that for a second. These are the lip tonics, so I've talked about these before. They're not the most opaque lipstick in the world for liquid lipstick, but they're really, really pretty. So this is Collision. I just think it's a beautiful blue base spread that makes your teeth look super white and nice. But it's like one of those where you can line your lips with if you want a really, really precise lip, but it just looks effortless. And it leaves a little bit of a sheen, like it's not super, super matte, but it still dries down matte. So it just looks so elegant. There's something about this color, it looks so elegant on lips, and I really love it. And I love their formula. Like, their formula is so good. It's so unique. Like, I'm thinking if it's not full coverage, crispy lip line, I don't want anything to do with it usually. But these are like a new formula I've never seen before. It's fantastic. The other 2 lipsticks are one that I'm wearing, which is Boss Lady by Gerard Cosmetics. I hadn't tried this color before. I quite enjoy it, especially for a dark lip. It's very easy to work with and not super, super streaky. I've been wearing this for a while now, and it looks good. So Boss Lady by Gerard Cosmetics. And I also tried Invasion. I wore this earlier today when I was filming another video. It is so beautiful. It is the perfect cool tone nude, you guys. Look at Invasion. Oh my god. I don't know how I didn't try this color till now. I have so many Gerard Cosmetics liquid lipsticks. I did not need this so bad. It's a nude, but it's cool, and it's not gonna make your teeth look super, super like yellow or anything. It's just so pretty. It's like a gray base nude, and I need more of those in my collection, so I'm very happy with it. Anyways, you guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this isn't a super, super long video for you. I don't know. I'll try to chop it down if I can. But thank you so much. I would love to know your favorite thing and least favorite thing from this month down below. My favorite thing is probably the Charlotte Tilbury foundation or the Gemini palette. It's probably the Gemini palette. Yeah, it's probably the Gemini palette. And my least favorite thing was the Bite Beauty foundation because it really wrecked my skin. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed already, I would love if you did that. I'll leave a poll up top so we get to know each other better, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.